Welcome everybody to the Airlock Podcast. I'm your host, Captain LegionX of Thunder Squadron. First episode, gonna be a bit of a work in progress. For those of you watching live on Twitch, this is off of my main Twitch channel, and there's a saying that goes on my channel. Would it be a Legion stream if there wasn't technical difficulties? And there are always technical difficulties somehow. Hoping that's not the case, but either way, welcome everybody, one and all, to the Airlock Podcast. Today we're going to be going over a few talking points that we just started. I have with me the Commodore of the ISD-2 Challenge, Vice Admiral Silwar Naiilo. And we'll be unmuting ourselves from the Discord here momentarily. For those of you watching live on stream, though I do have the chat window open and viewing, I unfortunately will not be able to respond to it immediately, as I can't multitask at that point. I don't know why. But either way, I hope everybody enjoys the show, and we'll just get right into it. Alrighty, and we are unmuted. Welcome everybody to the show. Vice Admiral Silwar. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, excellent. How are you?
Nervous because, again, from my Twitch channel, there's going to be a technical breakdown somewhere.
Yeah, but the art, I just have to say the art is amazing.
Oh yeah,
I'm so excited to see
100%. Could not have been I can't find her profile anywhere. Lieutenant Newt. Shout out to Lieutenant Newt for the amazing artwork, not just for the podcast, but in general. All the amazing commissioned artwork she has been doing for everybody. Spot on.
There you go. I'll drop it in chat.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me guess. The bot stopped it. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The technical difficulty that I forgot to do. Yeah, I always forget something. I knew it. Oh, well, here you go. Post that there.
Yeah, I mean, Newt's one of those rare pilots that comes in and immediately makes a huge impact.
Oh yeah.
So it's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, 100%. So, welcome to the show, and I hope this will be the first of many great shows. I guess we could just go ahead and start off by saying the reason why I wanted to start this podcast is because there used to be one, correct?
Yes, so there was a podcast, I want to say there was around 10 episodes. I think most of them are hosted on the Emperor's Hammer TIE Corps YouTube channel.
Yes.
And Zekateric was running those for a while. He was the previous Commodore of the Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And those are pretty good, and he would interview random people. I know that there was one time he had kind of a party session where he just had an open channel and people just piled into Discord, and that got a little bit rambunctious.
Yeah.
It was a fun one.
Yeah, and probably gonna do the same thing at some point, one episode down the road.
Eventually.
With some minor safeguards to make sure it doesn't go too hectic. But
with this group, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's a thing. All right, so I guess we could go ahead and start off with talking points. So I got here. Let's start off with you, Commodore. Start with life commanding the ISD-2 Challenge. First off, since we're starting the new year, what would be some expectations you expect from all of us that are serving aboard the challenge?
Yeah, so this last year has been incredible. I mean, the challenge was recommissioned, I want to say August of 2020, not long after I came back, under Dempsey, High Admiral Anaheim Dempsey. And since then, we've had a large influx of pilots, both new and old. We've had a large number of pilots that came back to join the infiltrator wing squadrons that are flying Rebelcraft. We had a lot of new pilots that came and joined. So the challenge was kind of a mixture of new and old pilots and we just kind of clicked really well. And immediately after the challenge was recommissioned, we ended up winning a whole lot of fleet-wide competitions.
Yes, I do remember all those glorious wins.
Oh yeah. I mean, we took Tycor in battle, even though we were only around for 4 months. And everything else. I don't have to go through our list, but there are many. For the newest ship, we did pretty okay. And I think going into next year, we're seeing that a lot of our existing members are gaining, a lot of veterancy. I mean, we have a lot of people who were lieutenants last year are now commanders and captains and majors at this point. A lot of our... What's that?
Yeah, I guess to say, speaking from personal experience, I'm one of those. Started not that long ago, and now all of a sudden I'm commander of Thunder Squadron. How did I get here?
Yeah, I mean, three of our commanders started less than a year ago, I think, or at least fairly recently. They've got very high pin numbers, and that'd be Graf, yourself, and Hansu. And then Evil Grin and Striker have been around for a long time, but reactivated more recently in the last year or two, I think, with the news of squadrons. Again, we're a great mix of people, and I think that as people begin to kind of get the Tycor, not everybody is a fresh lieutenant. We have to temper the way that we mature as a ship and make sure that we're keeping things fresh and exciting. We're not losing people who drop off after being around for a while, which hasn't happened yet. So
yeah.
Let's see. So my expectations, to get back to that, I was framing my own mind there through my little monologue.
Oh yeah, it's like go on.
Yeah,
as I say, don't feel like this podcast is going to be like super formal. It's anything but.
yeah. Let me grab my glass of tequila over here. I think that I expect us to continue performing at a very high level that we have been. The other ships are also getting very competitive. I mean, we had a lot of the hammers right on our tails in every competition. And so we have to be careful not to get complacent. But I think that a lot of us both have a competitive drive, but we're a pretty fun group. We don't take things too seriously. And so I think as long as we can continue to come together and evolve culturally, which is something that I think I want to talk about, we will continue to do very, very well.
So, moving on. So we have a bunch of competitions that are just starting up this year. I know I'm already running 2 of them. One of them's about to finish up here, but you have your Shaquilla Cup about to be hopefully approved here soon. What are your expectations on that?
Yeah, Shaquilla Cup's going to be a lot of fun. So we ran the Shaquilla Cup early last year. I want to say it was last March, and that was a 3v3 dogfight league. And the idea was that it was squadron based, so each squadron could have 1 or 2 teams realistically. You would have to have a minimum of 3 members, and you could have additional subs. I think Firebird and maybe one other squadron actually fielded 2 teams. Firebird ended up winning. They took first place. They all won Platinum Wings and I think DFCs as well. And that was a lot of fun. And so what we went on to do is take that same rule set, adjust it for this year. And so we've come up with Shaquilla Cup 2, which is going to be fleet battles based.
Yeah, I was wondering, because I heard it wasn't going to be dogfights anymore, but now fleet battles. That conversation actually started yesterday in one of the voice chats I was in. And that actually caught my interest. It's like, how did that change happen?
Yeah, so we had started talking about switching to fleet battles around the time that Hansu joined. I think a lot of our fleet battles influence has come from Hansu and the handful of people that he brought over into Tempest squadrons, such as Cresius and Kolo, Twin Jedi, Gizernator. He brought a lot of people that are very experienced in fleet battles, and the Tycor historically has focused on dogfights, and so maybe middle to late last year, fleet battles started kind of gaining a bit of interest. We entered the Cadet Cup and the 3PO League, We had a handful of members that were part of SCL as well, and so
And SCL is
the Squadrons Championship League.
right.
Yes, sorry, acronyms.
It's okay. For those of you watching live on Twitch, there's going to be a lot of those. I'll try my best to make sure you all understand what they are. But
yes,
if we missed them,
I
I apologize.
Yeah, and it's all been brought under the umbrella of the Squadrons Esports Federation, of which I think Marenta is helping out with. She's in chat right now. Hi, Marenta.
Yes. Hi, Miranda.
And so we thought, we've been doing dogfights forever. We play, most of the time when we do our Saturday shootouts, it's all dogfights. Why not do something a little bit more interesting? Now that we have enough people experienced with fleet battles, we should give it a shot and see what we can do. And the point of Shaquilla Cup, I want to stress very heavily, is it is not meant to be super competitive. Yes, there are medals at the end, but it's a beer league. It's meant to be, sitting around and having fun and enjoying it. It's not a hardcore tournament. It's not Raise the Flag. It's not, Imperial Storm.
Which was actually going to be my next talking point, which I want to say rumor, but I kind of already know what's going to happen. So there's going to be some changes going on for the next Imperial Storm, Squad Remob, RTF, whenever they come back. What are your thoughts on those changes?
Let's see. So I think Remob is perfect, and I wouldn't change it. So the idea behind Squadron Remobilization, this will be Squadron Remob 4, is that you have a number of tasks to complete. So it could be, the squadron has to complete 20 courses, or you have to hit, 50 PvP matches, or you've got to hit 100 co-op matches, or whatever. And so I very much like Squadron Remob because it doesn't really matter how active your squadron is, because you have a long time to complete these tasks. As long as you complete them, you end up getting these nice kind of roleplay rewards where you can, change the ships in your squadron, or you can change your squadron's objective and things like that. And so as a squadron, if you come together and complete these goals, which a single person could do over 2 months, or ideally you all band together and get it done very quickly.
Yeah, that would be the ideal thing, yes.
Yeah, but it's only a race for 1 or 2 medals, and after that, everybody gets rewarded for completing the goals. So while there's a little bit of bragging rights for being first or second, like Tempest was last year, that's not really the goal. It's kind of having the opportunity to build a squadron identity, which I think is very important.
Well, speaking of Tempest, you actually, wow, you seem to be segueing these like almost perfectly. So before you're the current Commodore, obviously, before that, you were the squad commander for Tempest, were you not?
I was.
Yeah. How was that? How was your tenure in Tempest?
That's an interesting story. So when I came back, I heard that Squadrons was coming out, Star Wars Squadrons, and I thought, maybe I'll go see if the TIE Corps is still around. I was part of the TIE Corps, most active, kind of mid to late 2000s, and so I loaded up my old Gmail account that I hadn't logged into in a decade. I'm surprised it hasn't been deleted or anything, or I still had the password. But I was able to get in. And I had an email from a pilot a year or so ago with a link to the Discord. And this is after I looked at the IRC channels and nobody's in there or anything. I said, oh, there's a Discord channel, so I'll hop in. And immediately I saw a handful of people that I knew, one of which being Miles Prower, the current combat operations officer, and a handful of people. And Miles and I were close, back when we were active, hadn't really kept in touch. And so I thought, okay, maybe I'll rejoin into active service. I don't want to commit to anything super hard, but this new game sounds fun. So I joined Beta Squadron under Colonel Doyen. I think now he's General Doyen.
General. I just started looking that up. Yeah. Colonel I think he was Colonel at the time. Anyways, and Doyen's a fantastic guy. I joined his squadron because we had a good chat about craft beer. I was like, all right, that's my group. Ooh, craft beer. So afterwards,
the challenge reopened, and at this time I had 3 of my kids had joined the Thai Corps, because it's funny, I went into retirement at the birth of my first child, and now they're all old enough to be in the Thai Corps.
I was gonna say, for a time, 2 of them were actually in Thunder.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And so once they hopped in, and I think they maybe joined Row initially, and then I thought, well, why don't we all get together, because I basically handle all their communication. They're not on Discord. They don't do their own email.
Right.
So I looked for a squadron where I could be a flight leader and they could be my flight members, and that was an opening in the brand new Tempest squadron, just reactivated. A very long, very historied squadron. And in fact, one of the squadrons that I was somebody tried to recruit me to when I first joined back in 2006 or whatever it was, by Zosite. Cool guy. And so anyways, long story short, the commander, I want to say General Duntapolo, decided that he wanted to step down from command, and this is in the middle of RTF 2020 in September.
Right at the dead smack middle of the competition.
Yeah, it was like the 14th or 15th. Yeah.
Ooh.
He said he just, wasn't ready to be there, and so I took over as commander. We took 2nd place in RTF.
Wow, what a power move! It's like, just become the commander halfway of the competition. Yeah, we'll take 2nd out of nowhere.
Well,
sure.
It's all. Let's see, let me find the last year. It's Herman. It's Falk. We had a pilot back then, Merrick, who was a single player powerhouse. We had a fantastic group then. Just like we did this year. And so I took over. And when I rejoined, I said, I don't want a command position. I definitely don't want to do anything. And then I don't know. I couldn't not.
it's like it's open. It's there. You get a feel for it. You like it. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, might as well. How bad could it be? And then yeah.
Yeah. No, I know that. I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah, great squadron.
So now that you're the Commodore, you don't really have full, or that's not the right word. I guess immediate control of Tempest. Now it's under the control or the command of Major Hanso. How do you think he's actually running it?
Terribly. He's the worst commander. And I was kidding.
Wasn't expecting that. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't expecting that at all.
No, Hanzu's fantastic. As soon as the opportunity for the challenge Commodore position opened up, he was the first person I thought of. The way that he has consistently, since joining Tempest Squadron, been able to rally the pilots. I mean, he recruited half of the members. The way that he has shown that he can, set aside his personal goals. Such he's not looking for medals or anything, but rather brings the squadron together. He organized training nights where we were learning how to play fleet battles, and since then, we've had a lot of success. I think he's very personable, and he's doing a fantastic job. I couldn't be happier. And
I know Marenta is going to constantly yell at me, but Hanswar confirmed?
It's not official yet.
Okay, gotcha.
I
had to ask before I know I was gonna get probably 4,000 messages from her just to bring it up.
Yeah, I think it would be inappropriate for us to have a relationship, given that he's one of my commanders. I don't want to play favorites.
Yeah.
These rumors are unfounded.
Speaking of other favorite pilots, I wouldn't say favorite, but now that you have an understanding, and I guess I'm looking for the word familiarity with all the pilots aboard the challenge. I guess who jumps out more to you, other than Hanso?
I can throw out a handful of names here. I don't want anybody to be upset if I don't name them, because I can't. We've got 60 people.
Right.
Every one of our pilots is fantastic. But to go down the list, starting to think about, Graf is super impressive. He beat me in your time trials. yes, with a passion, might I add. This is also Major Graf de Gen from Eagle Squadron. He
noticed your time trial and was like, I'm not having any of that, and then decided to break it. I believe it was also a tie interceptor.
Mm-hmm. Which is the best ship.
Yeah. Can't disagree with that.
My dream is... I'll go back to my dream. Ask me about that later. My dream ship.
Okay.
We have a handful of people that have been really working on bringing back XVT and XWA multiplayer. We have Cupcake, we have Mosey, we have LQC, and Mosey and LQC are both in Inferno. Cupcake's an Eagle, I believe.
Yes, Cupcake is in Eagle.
And I love seeing the old games being played. I was just playing LQC in XVT. See, there we go. His name is literally LQC. That's not an abbreviation.
Yeah, no, Oh, that's right. I forgot abbreviation. No, that's his actual name, chat. It's not an abbreviation.
And we were playing X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, and the guy is a prodigy. He's ridiculously skilled at these games. I think, like, I'm decent. I'm not the world's best pilot or anything, but I'm pretty good. I can beat most people, and he just destroyed me. And I believe he went head-to-head with Evil Grin, and they tied. And Evil Grin may be the best XVT pilot on the challenge, possibly the fleet.
Okay.
So that score just came in the other night. Speaking of Eagle, Xylo Paftel, I can't say enough about the guy.
I honestly don't think any of us can. Amazing pilot.
And not only is he a great pilot, and he is a great pilot, so he actually joined us for our 3PO match, the very first or second Cadet Cup, but early on.
And I also heard he made a great impact on that.
Yeah, absolutely he did.
Yeah.
And watching him fly now, he can go head to head with anybody. It's fantastic, and also just super positive, great person to have around. Just brightens my day.
Best Brody ever. Best Brody ever.
Let's see. We've got. And speaking of, lots of culture and interesting people. There's Travis. Gotta love having Travis serenade you while playing Squadrons.
I also have to ask, for those of you who don't know his profile picture in the Discord, why Foghorn Leghorn? I never got the chance to ask him yet. Or is it
just because of Firebird?
Okay, it's just to keep the bird theme, so he just chose a memorable character in Looney Tunes.
I'm not exactly sure where he's from, but he's got a little touch of a southern accent. So I do know where we've talked about this before. I think he's from Kentucky, maybe.
That would make sense. Original recipe or extra crispy.
Silas is a fantastic author. Silas just won Hanzu's fiction competition.
Oh, that the Hollow for the Holidays, correct?
Yeah.
I actually have yet to read that, and I have it lying on my desktop. It's like, I don't remember why I didn't open this yet.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Silas is a great author. Jax, of course, we all love Hijacker.
Yep. I think during the call sign for the core competition, I believe I was the one that brought up the most memorable meme moment coming straight from Hijacker. I believe it happened during the oh my god, I'm drawing a blank here. The Challenge Cup competition. My team and his tied for third place, and according to the rules, it was going to be a 1v1 from one person from each team. Xylo actually was on my team, and went to go against Hijacker, and for some reason Hijacker chose a B-Wing. I think Beretta was the cause of that, and he thought for some reason the missiles on the B-Wing would charge if you had a gyro added to it, and he would
remember that.
And he would spin the B-Wing like a windmill, and it's like, why aren't my missiles charging? And all of us just absolutely died. I don't remember breathing for a solid 3 minutes because I was laughing that hard. So I had to give him the nickname Gyro. Had to.
Absolutely.
Let's
see. mean, Hanzo's great. I mean, there's the whole Fleet Battles crew: Crisius, Twin Jedi, Kolo. I mean, Richlet is fantastic. He's got great taste in music. He and I go on for hours in the food channel.
Oh god, yeah. I've had to mute that channel during work because I would just see it, and it's I can't eat all this great food while I'm working because I'm driving, and so it's like
Right.
me just constantly drooling while driving. Yeah, not good.
Nice. I did. Let's see. Tonight's dinner. The kids made mac and cheese, and so I made my own dinner.
Now I have to ask: Kraft mac and cheese or like from scratch?
We do Annie's.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's boxed. But it's decent.
Gotcha.
I did a pork tonkatsu sandwich with gochujang, mayonnaise, pickles, kind of a bed of shredded cabbage, and raw onion and pea shoots. It was nice.
You've already got me drooling.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even have a picture this time. Just the description alone. Oh, sounds amazing.
See, Calv is another fantastic pilot. But I think what I value most about Calv is he's an extremely thoughtful individual. He and I are working together with a handful of people on Maverick and Rapier and Miles Prower on rebuilding the Dark Brotherhood, and Calv is just a force of to be reckoned with. The way that he is thinking very deeply about community issues, I think, is something that is extremely valuable to everything. And Echo's great. Dempsey won SP Ace, so she got another platinum.
Again, yes. I was gonna say she's got. What was it that we said earlier on the Discord? She has 199
gold wings.
Gold wings, and I was like, "Oh my god! For the life of me, please just get one more. My OCD is going to drive me mad."
No. Morgoth is fantastic. I always love playing with Morgoth. The resident grumpy old man on the challenge.
yeah, and I can't confirm that every time we played Star Wars Squadrons, every time all of us would quote unquote gang up on him, although I don't think every time it was intentional. It's just that at that moment we all locked onto him and started firing. The choice words that were said were very interesting, but yeah, I can't really say that with him anymore because ever since he got that flight stick working, he's been a force to reckon with.
Yeah, like I don't know what happened, but I mean he was always a good pilot. And then he switched from controller to a flight stick, and he's just
even better.
Massive.
Yeah, and usually he just runs a bomber from either faction, the NRS or the Imperial. At least every time I've seen it. I don't think he's flown anything else, or at least that I noticed. Yeah, bomber.
He switches a little bit, but a lot of bomber.
Oh, so you also remind me, your dream ship.
Right.
Yeah. So what is this about a dream ship I'm hearing?
Well, so what I want to happen. So I love the TIE Interceptor, but I think what I really want is an RZ-2 A-Wing, but strip out the shields. I don't need shields. And dump all the power into overcharged lasers and engines. Just put beefier lasers on there, beefier engines. I want to be this tiny, missile essentially, because the cross section it's going to be hard to hit. It's tiny. And super fast.
Yeah.
And you don't need shields if you don't get hit.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I remember first starting Star Wars Squadrons, the A-Wing was the most hated thing for me because it was always that A-Wing that killed me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see that. Add just a little bit more armor so that it's not a glass cannon. But yeah, it's
I'm all about the glass cannon.
Yeah, I mean, like, what if a lucky shot gets it? It's like, well, that's it.
See, that's the benefit of being a force user.
Yes, well, yes. For those. Speaking of, I have to share this. I posted it on the memes, but it actually made me fall out of my seat. So there was this Twitter post from the prequel memes bot that it just constantly posts out there, and one of them had its like determine your fate based off of like the first letter of your first name and the birth month and all that. It would have like a combination of how it would determine your fate. And I remember looking at mine, and it just came up with being trained in the Force by an unnamed stormtrooper. And I was like, I gotta get this fiction written down. Marenta, get on this, please. But no, I am actually interested to see everybody else's results, but I'll go ahead and post that in the Discord, in the EH Discord later on.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. So, while we're wrapping up here, noteworthy events. Anything that really struck out to you in the past year? Because I know obviously we haven't really started this year yet. So something that really like took you out, like blew your mind or something. Anything.
Oh my god, there's a lot. I mean, just being Commodore is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They picked me, and so given that, and the incredible pilots that we have on this ship have generated a lot of really surprising moments. One, I mean, I don't want to harp on the competitions too much, but I mean, I think our Imperial Storm, what happened there was really incredible. Having the ship with the most people on active and flying was really inspiring. I mean, every single one of the battles, we didn't have the most spam. We didn't have, people that were playing tons and tons of missions, but we had everybody came on, and we got into a voice channel, and we had 15, 20 people on. That's almost half the ship. Just hanging out and having a good time and playing stupid games like Star Conflict.
I'm sorry, don't you mean Spam Conflict?
Sorry, Spam Conflict.
Yes. Running joke for those who don't play that game. I've actually yet to play myself. I've just seen it, and as I'm being told, it's numbing. Try to finish games. Apparently, you can finish them so quickly in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it's a fun game to play with other people. I don't know that I could play solo, but I think if we had a handful of people on, like we did, just on joking. It's not a super difficult game. It's fun. It's fun to play with a group of people. Credit to Sky Shadow, who, I think played 5,000 missions last year.
5,000.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I was gonna say again, in a game like this, you would think that probably doesn't sound like a lot. No, it is. Even with its own nature, that is a lot.
Grinds your soul down.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think watching our victory, and then there were really funny moments, like when I and Hansu and a handful of people misunderstood each other and thought that he wanted to go and take the Hammer's homeworld during this. So Imperial Storm, the idea is that there's a hexagonal grid, and it's kind of like a game of Risk, where you send armies to different countries, or in our case, different star systems, to try to take them over. And I thought Hansu wanted to go alone to go take over the Hammer's homeworld. He thought he had a whole fleet behind him. He realized when he was, one turn away, and then it turned out that it was vacant. So,
oh no,
Tempest Squadron just took over the whole system, the home world.
I was gonna say, Tempest Squadron is just a bunch of TIE defenders, not even a frigate or a cruiser.
Yeah, well, they had to have a frigate with them. I can't remember if I sent a frigate or a strike cruiser with them, because they can't hyper. The rules of the game, they can't hyper more than one square.
Right.
Even though they have hyperdrives, they have to have a capital ship. So they had like something with them. I think I sent maybe the Swift Fury. I don't remember. One of the challenge frigates went with them. But anyways, and the same thing with RTF, and the same thing with Remob. It's seeing that we have so many people kind of come together as a cohesive unit to play, not super competitive individually, but wanting to fight for their ship or their squadron has been, something that I always hoped would happen, but something that I didn't really expect to happen, and it's been fantastic to see.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I got for now. Anything you want to bring up?
Oh, anything I want to bring up? Let's see. Everybody on Twitch, join the challenge.
Yes, 100%. Join the challenge. I was to say, do I actually have the Discord link? I should.
Renta, I mentioned.
Oh, right. That's how can I keep forgetting? I actually linked the panels down below so that you just have to click them. Brings you to the main website. There you go. Easy. And
then I guess in challenge news, we are working on, and I've shown you this, but it hasn't been circulated elsewhere.
All right.
On the monthly newsletter, which is going to be a 2-page magazine format that, if everything goes right, we are going to have printed and available to ship challenge magazines monthly.
Definitely good.
I'm
definitely gonna be one of those that are gonna want that 100%.
Yeah.
And I believe this is a project from both you and Xylo.
Yeah. So this was so Xylo started the something called the Egalitarian, and Xylo, correct me if I pronounced that wrong, where he was trying to do kind of something beyond the reports that captured funny social moments and interesting things that are happening beyond just promotions and medals and stuff. And so I kind of married that to a discussion that I want to say Graf, you, and Hansu all were part of initially while we were playing Squadrons, about having kind of a longer form content report that was a little bit less frequent but a lot more interesting.
Right.
So
yeah.
what I'm hoping to come up with.
Yeah, we can add all of our stories together and reports together all in one place. At first, exactly. I was actually worried. I'm like, well, how is this going to affect our MSE's scores? But then you made mention about how we're going to fix that. It's like, all right, that's good. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and my demo is like 46 pages long, and that's not even starting to add real content. So I think we can make something pretty cool. And I also love the idea of I love physical things. I love physical items. One of the things I've talked to Cliff about a little bit is having a printed TIE Corps pilot manual.
That would actually be very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, it's silly, but I love the idea of it. And so being able to have a stack of challenge magazines sounds cool. And achievable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would have that right here on the side of my monitor right now, that anytime it's like a question pops up, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna consult the manual right here. Yeah. I love that. I'd actually love that.
Yeah, it's like when I play D&D, I buy the physical books. Yes, I've got a D&D Beyond subscription and everything, but I don't know. So there's something about having a physical token. Yeah, that it makes a difference.
Speaking of D&D, for those of you wondering, I had originally started the idea of doing a EH D&D campaign. So, good news, it's still going to happen. The bad news, I guess, if it really is bad news, it's more just a news. I gotta just find the right timing for it. I didn't really want to start it last month because, one, holidays. Everybody's gonna be with their families. It's like, we're not gonna really have the time to start it. I'm hoping to start it this month. Probably not like within the next week or so. Probably gonna be towards the end of this month, where we can finally start session 0, start building our characters, and then start to determine what days we can finally start sessions and plan them. It won't be a constant solid schedule, or maybe it can, I don't know, we'll see what it is, but it will definitely happen. Don't think that idea's been scrapped. It's only been scrapped in the fact that it's no longer going to be a competition, but just an event now. Sorry, Silwar, I tried my best to make it so that you could get your platinum wings.
We'll get there. I appreciate that. I'm so close. I'm almost at 7 rows of ribbons. I've got to catch them all. It's like Pokemon.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So all you have left is platinum wings and ribbons.
Well, so if I get an LOA, a letter of achievement from the newsletter, I suggested to Pliff to post my RTF fiction.
Onto what is it, the Commodore?
For the newsletter, yeah. Commodore. And then I'm working on a custom battle, which will give me a Medal of Tactics blue ribbon, I think, or red. Anyways, what are colors I don't have?
Yeah, I believe it's the blue one that's creating it.
And then I need, so I'm at 6 + 1, so that'll give me 6 + 3, and then I need either 2 platinums or some really esoteric medals, maybe the bug fixing MOT or something. I've almost got every medal possible. Not quite there, but I'm close.
Yep, gotta catch them all.
No, that's my goal.
That is the goal, and one day you'll get it.
Then I need an IC and Order of Renegade and a Medal of Honor and stuff. But that'll come in time. That'll come in time.
It's like looking at all your shiny medals, and here I am with my highest, which is just a bronze star, or from the Iron Star series, the Silver Wings. Don't even have a gold yet. Oh, one day I'll get it. But yeah, I think that's all. Oh, dang it! I thought I turned out the bot. I swear.
I was just trying to post that.
Yeah, no, the bot. I can actually see it on the bot chat.
There you go.
This bot does not like links, and even though I actually turned that off,
it's fair. It's probably a good idea to block links anyway.
Well, yeah, as I say, it gets better judgment from other moderators and people that I know that also stream. They're like, you need that 100% 24/7. I'm like, yeah, I know, but maybe I know there's a way, probably using the VIP system, that can override that. I didn't have the time because I needed to correct a lot of software issues that came up.
Yeah.
But all right, anything else you want to bring up, or?
Yeah. What else do I have? No, I'm just really excited for this new year. I'm excited for that you're hosting this. We've got a new podcast going, so thank you for hosting.
Of course. It's like I knew a lot of people actually did like listening to the podcast, and ever since it stopped, I'm like, well, I got this software doing absolutely nothing, and my schedule's about to start freeing up thanks to the holidays finally starting to die down. For those of you who don't know, in real life, I'm an Amazon delivery driver, so yes, I've had that help. It's finally starting to die down, and I'm gonna have a lot more free time, so it's like, might as well use it for something in the benefit of Emperor's Hammer. And for those again who want to join, or at least just want to check us out, those banners on the bottom of the page, they're clickable. Go ahead, check them out. Who knows? Maybe you'll enjoy it.
Maybe you'll end up on the best ship in the fleet.
Yeah, maybe you'll also be part of the best assassin group in all of the challenge. Thunder.
Swift, silent, and deadly.
Yes, like a fart. Somebody clip that. That needs to be demoralized and needs to be posted everywhere.
So happy that we said that.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if I should say it. I had the split second.
Oh no! I was doing the exact same thing. Episode 1, straight off the bat, like a fart. Alrighty. Well, if that's all we got, then I guess we can start wrapping this up. I'll get the video to I believe it's Turtle that's going to be running it, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and send it to him so he can put it on the YouTube channel, which just reminded me I need to get that YouTube link as well. I'll get it for next time. But that'll be it, folks. Thank you so much for watching episode 1 of the Airlock Podcast. Didn't think I'd actually call it the Airlock Podcast until somebody just threw in the name. But we will see you next time. I don't know who the next guest is going to be. Probably one of the other Commodores. Who would you suggest, Silwar?
Well, so I know that both Phoenix and Mordecai are GMT time zone. But I would say either one of them would be interesting.
Okay. Yeah, we could.
Francis says Phoenix.
Phoenix? All right. I was going to say, that would actually be interesting because I'd be interviewing a former Thunder Squadron commander, because Phoenix, I believe, was before Tigra, was Thunder Squadron's commander.
Yes, although also Mordecai is running Project Sovereign, so I think either one may have some interesting topics.
Yeah, that would definitely be the first topic to start off with. But we'll go ahead and end it here. Thank you all so much for stopping by. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.